Get ready for Dani Johnson.
Get ready for some powerful strategies financially.
Get a grip on your finances.
2% of the population will do well financially.
Only 2%?
Learn how to unlock the financial kingdom.
Dani's got the keys. Finances, love, life, relationships.
Listen in right now to the Dani Johnson Show.
The Dani Johnson Show.
Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show, where we are helping you redefine success. Why? Because all of the media that is out there tells us what success is supposed to look like, whether it's that show, The Lifestyle and the Rich and Famous, or of course it's the magazines that are always talking to us as we're in the aisle getting ready to check out our groceries, the television shows that we watch, the music that we listen to. Yes, not to mention driving down the road in your own neighborhood and seeing that so-and-so got a new car. We have a tendency of gravitating to what success has been painted for us. It's a picture that's been painted for us. And yet as we head on that road, it seems to be paved with a lot of things, disclaimers, if you will, that nobody told us about. You know, like the debt that goes with it. Today, we're going to be really looking at redefining success in business. That's going to be the focus for today's program. You know, when I first entered the business world when I was 19 years old, I had not a clue about anything to do with business. I grew up on welfare. My parents never had a job ever. Okay, never. They never left the house in the morning, got dressed, went to work, came home after. No, the man that raised me, who I thought was my father, I found out at 18 that he was not my biological father, but he'd sit there in his blue boxer shorts rolling a joint. And that's what he'd be doing when I came home from school at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Welfare recipients, they did the best with what they knew how. They obviously had some drug problems and a bunch of other problems. We had all kinds of family problems. So I certainly didn't have an upbringing in business. I didn't get an education from a family business or anything like that. But I was introduced to some business people that really introduced me to a different way of thinking, a different way of living, and a completely different way of approaching life and finances and people. And I am so grateful that I met them at 19 when I did, because the things that I learned certainly have shaped my life for the rest of my life. I've made a lot of bad business moves, but I've made some good ones as well that have proven to be very, very profitable, the tune of millions of dollars. In fact, I made my first million by the time I was 23 years old. And so I want us to put a focus on that business that you are working for or that you own. Is it owning you? Are you overloaded with people problems in your business? Do you have the problem of not being able to get enough customers? Have you fallen into the fall lows, meaning it was the hot summer and everyone seems to be focused on, you know, vacationing, spending time with the kids, going fishing, canoeing, whatever, surfing, whatever it is that you do. And then it's time to get back to work. After you get the kids settled back in school, now we're stuck back in those routines, and you're having the fall lows. You're feeling a little sluggish. You're not able to move past some deadlines. You know what I mean? It seems like your whole team, your entire staff seems to have that same slow, slothful, like, we got to get motivated. We got to get excited again. We got to do something. Who's bringing in the sales? Is anyone focused? Yes. Yeah, it seems to happen. And some businesses inherently, this is that time of year where they struggle the most. And moving into the end of the year, you got to get your attitude straight, because you're going to close out your year not strong, but very weak. Then, of course, creates more stress for the beginning of 2015. And you don't want your next year to be a year that starts off with just crazy amounts of pressure. So let's go ahead and figure out, what do you want to accomplish this month for business? And if you've found yourself, or your staff has found, or your team has found yourself, or whatever your organization is in that place of like sluggish, unmotivated, not very encouraging. People are stressed out. Things aren't working the way that it should. You've had a little dip in sales, and often what happens when that happens is that people have their attitude dip also, and then it just seems to be a reoccurring thing that continuously happens. And you don't want that. You want to get off a track of unmotivated. You want to get off the track of lower sales, and you've got to put yourself back in the right place so that you can increase your business before the end of the year. year takes place. And so oftentimes what I encounter as a business consultant for 2 decades now is that people are always looking to the outside as to why things are not working on the inside. But that's not how it goes. On this path of success, this journey that you're on of building and helping the economy with the business that you might have, you cannot look on the outside. Success in business and everything else in life is an inside game. It's an inside work. And so if your team is not motivated, if the people that you're working with every day are sluggish, you got to look in the mirror. You have to look at yourself and say, okay, how am I approaching this? What am I doing to discourage the people that I'm working with? Who is discouraged? How can I help to improve that? Okay. If the sales are not happening, who's focused on them? I found recently in a meeting and I asked the question, so what's the sales goals for this week? What were they for last week? And it was amazing how somebody that maybe should know the answer to that question might not have that answer. And that simply just shows, whoops, we lost focus. It doesn't mean, oh, what a terrible bad person. What it means is I took my eye off of the ball. I didn't keep the focus where the focus needed to be. It's not the economy. It's not something that happened out there. It has happened in here. And so the internal part is it's time to reassess your focus. It's time to reassess your commitment. It's time to make the appropriate changes that need to happen so that you can make the financial improvements that must happen, especially before the end of the year. And it's okay if you got off track. Like I said, vacations get people off track. They're supposed to. You're supposed to unplug. But then when it's time to get back in the saddle again, start riding that horse and running that horse again, you have to be focused and know why you're on the horse. You have to know what the goal is, and you've got to have a plan in place to make that happen. So I'm taking your calls today. We're going to be talking about redefining success for business, closing out the end of this year. It's important for you to reassess, to reevaluate first yourself. Your team simply is a reflection of where you're at. So let's look at that and look at how we can make improvements closing out this year, improving the economy, improving your personal finances as well as the finances of the people that are working with you. 844-200-3264 is the number. Again, that's 844-200-3264. What seems to be the biggest challenge you're facing right now in business? Small business or not? Even if it's a business you're working from home, from your garage, whether it's a door-to-door type of a business or something that you just started as a service. House cleaning is a business. Whatever it is, let's talk about ways that you can put your head back in the right place, get on that horse, ride that sucker, and let's close the year strong. 844-200-3264. What are the challenges that you're having right now in business? What are those painful places that are causing frustration? And how can we help you today to improve your bottom line? Again, that's 844-200-3264. If you need help in that particular area, we are going to help you. I found for myself that there were certain months of the year that I could see when the people I was working with would begin to take their head and putting it in a terrible place. Just use your imagination. They would take their head and they would put it in a place, whether it was in doubt, their head would be in frustration. They'd be focused on things that they could not fix. I remember certain individuals that I'd be working with that would be focusing on what they wanted to change that was everybody else and not themselves. All of this is a giant waste of time. And by the way, that also goes for the things that happen at home. You're not going to change your spouse. You're not going to change your kids. You can only change yourself and how you deal with them. Just as if you're a business owner, you're not going to change your staff. You can fire them, but at the same time, if you feel like they have potential, maybe there's some communication things that need to change. Maybe you need to change your approach and how you're working with them. Some people need to be managed more than others. Some people need someone else to tell them what the goal is. They don't know how to come up with the goal all by themselves. So these are the kind of things that I've seen through the years in working and consulting with various different businesses that help to decrease stress, get the focus back where it belongs, and to improve the overall bottom line. So let's look at that, all right, right now. Look at yourself and look at, okay, On a scale of 1 to 10, how focused am I? On a scale of 1 to 10, where is my commitment level? On a scale of 1 to 10, what improvements have you made in your personal skill set so far? Again, what improvements do I need to make in working with these particular people? You really want to find what the common denominators are of your stress points, and that will reveal to you what maybe your weakness is, that then you can figure out, how do I cover that weakness with somebody else's strength? How can I put systems in place to where I can no longer feel the frustration that I feel in this particular place? And sometimes the answer is really inexpensive. It really is. Sometimes it's an assistant. Sometimes it's somebody that could even be part-time. It could be outsourcing something that you don't need to personally be doing yourself. A lot of times business owners have a tendency of hovering over and trying to control all of it versus raising up leadership and delegating responsibilities to that leadership and trusting them with that and simply just holding those people accountable. So when we continue, we're going to answer your call. We have 6 lines that are lit up so far, 844-200-3264. As we redefine success, closing out your year, making sure that you're helping to improve the economy, not hurt the economy, not only your personal economy, but those that are working with you, as well as the greater overall economy. Just because you've had a slump doesn't mean you got to stay there, friend. Do you hear me? Just because you've had a slump doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can make some simple little adjustments that can change the bottom line today. I recently looked at one particular company and organization that happened to be adding a whole bunch of extra steps that they didn't need to add. The steps were actually costing money and actually taking longer to get the end result. Whereas they had a simple system, simple little 3-step system that they kept doing over and over and over again that produced a certain result. For some reason in their head, they thought a 25% conversion ratio wasn't good enough. Like, what? A 25 conversion ratio on free leads was amazing, absolutely amazing. And here they were trying to change the wrong thing. They were thinking that maybe that they needed to spend more time in email and more time badgering people, when in all reality, no, if we just look at the numbers, we can see where the improvement needs to be made. So it's important for you to evaluate and look at, what's the goal? Am I focused? Am I committed? What improvements do I need to make? And how can I fix the overall bottom line? We're going to continue right back here after the short break, taking your call. And we're going to handle one business at a time, helping the improvement to come. This is Dani Johnson.
Good people bring out the good in people. And you're sharing great moments with thousands of good people right now. There's more of the Dani Johnson Show coming up.
Cooking healthy, simple, and inexpensive is a key part to saving money. I know how hard it is to meal plan, and it takes a lot of time. This is why you need Emails. Emails does meal planning for you. They send you written plan every week that is easy to stick to so that you buy only what you need and you save a lot of money. Emails has a team of culinary professionals and clinical dietitians who create new plans for you with healthy and delicious recipes every week. Email plans are based on food styles like clean eating, paleo, diabetic, and slow cooker. The average Emails user saves $1,000 on groceries without using the kind of money-saving tips that I teach you. What's not to love about that? Emails.com makes healthy cooking at home simple and inexpensive. You need to get Emails in your life today. Go to emails.com using the promo code DANI, that's DANI, for a special discount. You're going to love me for this. Go to emails.com.
Is God calling you to the entertainment industry? Do you want to rise for Him? Do you want to be an actor, model, singer, or dancer and shine for God? Do you think the world needs better role models? Do you want to be a star for the Most High God? Actors, models, and talent for Christ is coming to a city near you. A new generation of Christian performers is rising. Call 800-STAR-420 or go to amtcaudition.com. God gave you talent for a reason, and that is to shine for Him. So we are searching for actors, models, singers, and dancers. Go to amtcaudition.com to find out when and where the next free audition will be held. Entertainment is the best opportunity for Christians to change the world, and the time is now. Are you ready for that call? 800-STAR-420 or go to amtcaudition.com. That's actors, models, and talent for Christ. Register for your audition today.
If you're a Christian who's paying too much for healthcare, you're going to love Medishare. It's a nationwide community of believers who share each other's medical bills. It's affordable. Families average around $300 a month, and it's accepted by America's largest network of health providers. Plus, the healthcare law has a special provision for Medishare members, so you're exempt from any tax penalties. But here's the best part. Medishare is based on the timeless principles found in God's Word. You never have to pay for things that go against your beliefs. Medishare is healthcare the way God meant it to be.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your healthcare. For your free information guide, call 855-90-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. Medishare, affordable biblical healthcare. Call 855-90-BIBLE. That's 855-90-BIBLE.
Radio talk show host Dani Johnson in Kadwa, Haiti.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson, and I'm here with Vida in her tiny little home. This home is the size of many people's closets in the United States of America. Now, we're sitting on a bed, just a piece of sheet or plastic that these beautiful babies sleep on. They have nothing. This family has nothing. No water, no food, nothing. Won't you do something? The Bible says that if you ignore the cry of the poor, then you too will cry and be ignored. They're not asking for nice clothes. They're asking for food. That's it. Food, water. You can help. We want to build her a home. We want to bring water, clean, fresh water here. But we can't do it alone. We need you.
Help us radically change a community. Go to kingsransom.org to make your donation to Kadwa, Haiti. That's kingsransom.org.
If you know me at all, I don't want you to spend a penny more than you have to on anything. This is one of those things. If you're a business owner and accept credit cards, you're paying too much unless you're working with my friend Kevin Sykes at Prestige Merchant Solutions. He is so confident that he can save you money, he'll actually pay you $100. Listen, if you accept credit cards, check it out. Call 850-200-0709. That's 850-200-0709. Kevin guarantees 5-star service. Guarantees he'll save you money or pay you $100. No risk, so why wait? Call today. It's quick to change from your current service, incredibly reliable, 24/7 support, and payments are processed quickly. Tell him Dani told you to call. There's nothing to lose. Call 850-200-0709 or visit them at prestigemerchantsolutions.com.
Now, more of the Dani Johnson Show.
A wise man listens to counsel of other wise people, but a fool is wise in his own eyes. Man, that's from the best success book ever written. And today we're talking about success in business and how can we redefine what that actually looks like for you personally. You know, so much of the media out there has been telling us for years what success looks like. And it usually is in the form of stuff. Why? So we would buy it. But then it comes with a heavier price than just the price tag on the outside of the stuff that we bought. It also comes with the pressure. Yes, and then we have to manage it, and then we have to maintain it, and then, we're losing sleep, and now the thing that we thought was going to save us time is actually costing us more time, and oh my gosh, what a disaster. Now I'm more time away from my spouse. I'm not as much time with my kids. Now I can't sleep at night because I have all these lists of tasks that I have to do. Forget it. Forget about it, Dani. Forget about success. No, you don't have to throw in the towel. What it means is that you have to determine what it is for you personally. That's what we do every day here on the Dani Johnson Show, tackling different categories concerning your success, business and career, finance, family, your health, you name it. We want to see your life improve every single day. We're here bringing you tips to make sure that that actually happens. So your job is to come to the table and listen to the show. And as you do that, you're going to make small adjustments that make in the overall picture where you get to reach the destiny that you're actually after. We're going to the phones as we're talking about success in business and challenges maybe that you might be happening in this time of year. How do you get yourself out of that slump and right back on track? We have Amber from Seattle. Amber, what's the biggest challenge that you're having in business right now?
I would say one of the biggest challenges is just being new to the area and what people are saying about me without being clients or specifically knowing me or knowing my work.
Okay, well, hold on a second, Amber. This is what I want to know. How do you know what people are saying about you?
Just mainly like word of mouth.
Right, but just tell me what you think people are saying to you, saying about you. Being new to the area, a new business owner that's come into the Seattle, Washington area. What do you think people are saying?
Well, I don't know, just stay away from her. Or,
oh, Amber, where are you getting that idea from? Like, has someone come to you and said, so-and-so said that you're the new business owner in the area and we should stay away from you? Amber?
No, not to my face.
So no one has said this to your face? Mm-mm. Okay, and so where did you get this idea from?
There's a lot of competition in the area.
Oh, but Amber, you're not answering my question. You're actually creating the reason why you fabricated this idea in your head.
I don't know, I guess.
I have another question for you. Have you ever in the past, prior to moving to Seattle, Washington, okay, and starting a new business in Seattle, Washington, have you ever in the past, in the last place that you lived, worried about what other people thought of you?
No, not like, no. Mm-mm.
Never. So why in the world are you worried about it now?
Because I want to be successful.
Oh, well, guess what? How many people do you think that I have that hate me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, answer the question.
Probably a lot.
Yeah! And how many do you think that love our services?
Probably a lot.
Millions have used our website to help grow their business and to pay off debt and to improve their families. Millions have been in touch with our content, and it has helped them. There might be thousands that hate my guts. They don't like the lipstick I wear. They don't like the clothes that I wear. They don't like how tall I am. Mm-hmm. And there are maybe thousands out there saying terrible things about me, but there are millions out there who have been saying, go to DaniJohnson.com. This woman has helped me. So, Amber, who are you going to focus on? Wait, don't answer the question. Which will you focus on that's going to help you successfully build that business in Seattle?
I guess like maybe the service that I can give.
Yeah, you answer critics with results, honey. You have to focus on knowing who you are and not giving a rip what somebody else says about you. Because as soon as you get into your head that everyone is talking bad about you, or there are people out there that don't like you, or they don't like what you're doing, well, the more you focus on that, the more you're going to get of those people, because now all of a sudden you start communicating those messaging out on social media. You communicate it to the general public. You start treating customers as though they're going to start treating you bad, versus lead with what you know works and is good. Don't allow that mindset to get into you that you're going to please all people all the time, because you ain't, honey. If you're going to succeed, you're going to have people that don't like you. Welcome to the club of succeeding in business. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Consistency, long-term positive habits. They will always help you grow your business or advance your career. Dani Johnson has more answers coming up on this show.
Radio talk show host Dani Johnson in Kadwa, Haiti.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson, and I'm here with Vida in her tiny little home. This home is the size of many people's closets in the United States of America. We're sitting on a bed, just a piece of sheet or plastic that these beautiful babies sleep on. They have nothing. This family has nothing. No water, no food, nothing. Won't you do something? The Bible says that if you ignore the cry of the poor, then you too will cry and be ignored. They're not asking for nice clothes. They're asking for food. That's it. Food, water. You can help. We want to build her a home. We want to bring water, clean, fresh water here. But we can't do it alone. We need you.
Help us radically change a community. Go to kingsransom.org to make your donation to Kadwa Haiti. That's kingsransom.org.
Are you a talented actor, model, singer, or dancer? Have you held back because you don't know where to start or who to trust? What if your time was now? Actors, Models, and Talent for Christ is coming to a city near you. Go to amtcaudition.org for a list of cities and dates. AMTC is a nonprofit ministry with a mission to find, prepare, and launch God's talent. The entertainment industry is the most influential mission field in the world. Actors, Models, and Talent for Christ. amtcaudition.org.
Get ready to live the uncommon life. Here's Dani Johnson.
You know, we can get something that goes inside of our head that causes us to communicate in a way that is not helpful. Success is a mind game. That's all it is. It's a game that starts in our mind. And when we get into our heads that somehow we have to make sure that everybody loves us, that is a plan of failure. We have no control over how people like or hate us, how they feel about us. We have a little bit to do with their perception of us, but the bottom line is if you make sure that you as an individual, even as a business owner or a coworker with a business owner, that you're making sure you're giving it your best shot, you're giving the best possible service that you can, at the end of the day, your results are what people are after. That's what they're after. It doesn't matter what the gossip is that people are shooting out their mouths. And again, it might be one or two people, but boy, when that sucker gets inside of our head and it gets lodged in here, what do? We're like thinking about it all the time. We're dwelling on it. And then we start building this mountain out of an anthill, which isn't even a hill. We built a mountain out of an anthill. And then all of a sudden, our head is in the dumps. We're doubting what we're doing. We've lost sight of our vision. We're completely unfocused on building something and helping the economy and helping our families. But instead, we're answering an idea that might not even be true. So get to work. Quit focusing on trying to make everybody love you. It's never going to happen, friend. Listen, again, hello, there you have it. That is what, again, we see a lot of people think about business. Being successful in business means that everybody loves you. No, that is not what it means to be successful in business. Being successful in business is that you have more people that love your results that you produce for them more than those that don't like you. It's a race. Just make sure that you're giving awesome service, that you're following through with your word, you're giving good value out there to the marketplace, and keep focused on that. You're always going to have people that don't like your food in your restaurant. You're always going to have people that don't like the clothes that you're selling in your retail store. You're always going to have people that don't like what you say out of your mouth. You cannot please all people. That is a lie. It is a fallacy that if you think that you can. Hello? Even if you are a perfect person, you're going to have people that are against you, all right? So let that penetrate your mind right now and get to work on going after good business instead of trying to answer your critics. Don't waste your time answering your haters. Stupid waste of time. Go answer the critics with getting results with other customers, and you flood the good props that you're getting. The people that are saying, I love this service. I love this product. These people are awesome. Get more people saying that than paying attention to the ones that are saying, Some people are just dumb. Don't you realize that? All right, this is Dani Johnson. We're redefining success in business today as our focus is business, helping you as a small business person to be able to improve your bottom line this month. In fact, let's improve it today. All right, we've got Greg from Santa Cruz. Greg, what is the biggest challenge you're having in business today, and how can I help you?
Well, Dani, sure got an earful when I jumped on, and you're right. You are going to get people who just don't like you, but you just kind of go, oh, well, it's their problem.
That's
not
right.
ours. We're giving a great service.
And it becomes, Greg, it becomes our problem when we allow those words, or even we make it up in our head. When we allow that sucker to go into our hearts, now it's our problem. Yeah. Now it's our problem. And not only is it our problem, but it's our staff's problem, right? Because we're stressed out, we're biting heads off, right? We're not helping the business to grow because we're focused on the wrong thing. What you focus on is what you get good at, bottom line. All right, Greg, go ahead.
I remember I heard you say something, gosh, about 7 years ago. I was at one of your first steps, and you just said, you're just 90% of the people are going to love you. Then there's kind of those people who just kind of come through your life, and they make your life miserable. You just kind of go, they're going to be there. Yep. So what? You just have to deal with them, move on, because you're giving a good service, you're getting good results.
Yep.
Okay. For me, I guess, I have two things that some of it you already answered. I have a pretty successful business over here in Santa Cruz, plumbing and heating, air conditioning business. We got 36 employees, 24 trucks out on the road, and growing fast, 35% a year. And now I'm poised at a spot to where I can go get the big heavy hitter property management companies in the Bay Area, San Jose, up to San Francisco. So I'm trying to couple two together. I'll go out there and get those, but I gotta follow through by having skilled guys. So I guess I need to go implement wording in my advertising instead of going on Craigslist. I got to bring in more quality guys to back up what I'm going to sell to the property managers, and everything. And it's kind of something I kind of asked you kind of put out on Facebook.
Greg, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have built a very successful business. You have 36 employees. You have 24 drivers on the road, as you said. Is your business profitable?
Yeah.
Okay. And is the business
35% a year? We are. We got a good profit line.
Wow. Okay. And you started tapping into us 7 years ago?
We started 10 years ago. We made a lot of mistakes. Now we know what to do. Now we're poised to really go. I mean, I wanted to go at it 10 years ago, but I didn't have the staffing, the manpower to really go there. Now we're there. Everybody's looking at us in town, and everybody's trying to copy us. And everybody's even seeing us over in San Jose. So now I want to kind of jump on the next step, and I want to get those big accounts, and I want to service those accounts. And I'm trying to, in my mind, I have to go. See, I've answered a lot of stuff since I've heard you, and when I answered you on Facebook, that is called, for skill, you have to train these guys. And for, your people out there, your new accounts, you got to go out there, and what you promise them, you got to deliver. Because we do that already, and we have got tons of testimonies. We are that.
Wow.
So I guess
So, Greg, let me ask you this question. I just want to know this. I want to know this question and the answer to this question. What is the main reason why you want to grow? Because right now you're at 36 employees, 24 drivers. You're 35% profitable every year. You're the lead at what you're doing. What is the main reason why you want to get bigger and expand into a bigger market?
Two things. I have a business partner, which is my son-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been my dream for 35, 40 years. It took me to get to this point after having a commercial business where I built restaurants to where now I have a service business. And now I want to do it. Now I have skilled people to do it. And then my son-in-law, who is 30 years younger than me, I want to grow it with him. And then then he takes it. And then we both wanted to grow. This is our dream. We've always wanted to grow a big business.
Okay.
From $5-6 million, now we want to grow to a $40 million company within 10 years.
Okay, so then now the thing to look at is who is already doing that in your line of work in the plumbing business, who is already leading the market at that $40 million mark. I also want you to look at what will it take to do that. You see, sometimes our goals don't fit our overall life goals, all right? So for me, for what I'm hearing you say is that this is a legacy for you, right? It's your son-in-law, okay? He's providing...
It's a legacy for all of our family because it's a family business.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a legacy, so
exactly.
We share the family on a whole.
Exactly. So for the family business, you're wanting to grow to 40 million. So I think the first thing to do is to try to figure out what does it actually take to go from the $5-6 million mark to that $40 million mark, have an entire huge fleet. Obviously, you want to be a national chain of some sort because if you're going to get to 40 million, it's not going to happen just in the Bay Area. It's probably you want to have a franchise. That might be the way that you have to go. And I'd be even looking into that. What do I have to do, license or franchise this kind of a business? Versus me managing 300 employees, 800 employees, right? Because if right now it's 36 employees to do $5-6 million a year, how many employees do you want to manage to get yourself to 40 million? Think about that. If it's 24 drivers, it's giving you $5-6 million a year. A
lot of them are laborers. So 16 of them are technicians. The rest are laborers.
I know, but just answer the question. Are you prepared to have hundreds of employees and hundreds of drivers?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. Okay. So if that plays out in your family life plan, that plays out in what you see yourself doing, then it's find a model and look at how they treat their customers. Look at how they are advertising. Look at what their kind of communication is out to the marketplace. The wheel has already been created. And so then it's like, okay, where do I have to shore up the difference between the way my drivers communicate, the way our look is, the way our branding is, the way our systems are, the way are we organized, are we disorganized? What are the actual holes, and what do we have to do? Here's another thing is you might want to start looking to recruit a CEO. and a CEO. Somebody that knows how to manage a $40 million business, right? Somebody that's got experience in that particular arena, because that's a different tax maniac to deal with. Do you know what I mean? There's a whole lot of different maniac things, different insurance. I mean, the list goes on of the things that you'll be managing, and you're good at that where you're at now. Now it's about tapping into people who know how to take you to that next step, that next level, versus you having to be the one to figure it all out yourself. So that'd be what I would be looking to do. So Greg, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on turning your business around and being as successful as it is. Hopefully that was helpful to you. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Achieve success. Keep an open mind for new ideas and approaches in your business. Dani Johnson can help you keep an open mind. So don't go away.
If you know me at all, I don't want you to spend a penny more than you have to on anything. This is one of those things. If you're a business owner and accept credit cards, you're paying too much unless you're working with my friend Kevin Sykes at Prestige Merchant Solutions. He is so confident that he can save you money, he'll actually pay you $100. Listen, if you accept credit cards, check it out. Call 850-200-0709. That's 850-200-0709. Kevin guarantees 5-star service. Guarantees he'll save you money or pay you $100. No risk. So why wait? Call today. It's quick to change from your current service, incredibly reliable, 24/7 support, and payments are processed quickly. Tell him Dani told you to call. There's nothing to lose. Call 850-200-0709 or visit them at prestigemerchantsolutions.com. Cooking healthy, simple, and inexpensive is a key part to saving money. I know how hard it is to meal plan, and it takes a lot of time. This is why you need Emails. Emails does meal planning for you. They send you written plan every week that is easy to stick to so that you buy only what you need and you save a lot of money. Emails has a team of culinary professionals and clinical dietitians who create new plans for you with healthy and delicious recipes every week. Email plans are based on food styles like clean eating, paleo, diabetic, and slow cooker. The average Emails user saves $1,000 on groceries without using the kind of money-saving tips that I teach you. What's not to love about that? Emails.com makes healthy cooking at home simple and inexpensive. You need to get Emails in your life today. Go to emails.com using the promo code Dani. That's DANI for a special discount. You're going to love me for this. Go to emails.com.
We're back. Here's Dani Johnson.
I came across this amazing quote by a name actually that you might be familiar with. The owner of Amazon.com, Jeff Bezos, he says this about business. He says, we see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the hosts. Think about that for a second. Could you imagine if every place of business did that? Come on, as we are the consumers, right? How would that change our experience at Walmart? Huh? This is Dani Johnson. We're talking about success in business and redefining that. Instead of blaming the economy, instead of being frustrated by not having enough sales, what would happen if you adapted to this mindset that every customer is a guest at our party and we are the host? Ooh. Gosh, could you imagine what our grocery store shopping experience would be like? Our Walmart experience, our Costco experience? If you've never walked into a Ritz-Carlton, I highly recommend you do. Keep your wallet outside. Keep your wallet outside. Well, Dani, I don't have the right kind of clothes. Give me a break. Celebrities walk in there with ball caps, ripped up jeans, and a torn up t-shirt all the time. You don't have to worry about looking like something. In fact, if you looked like that, they might think you're somebody and give you some extra special treatment. But here's the bottom line. What I have found in 27 years of being in business is that when you really give amazing service to your clients, they fall in love with you and they can't help but to tell other people about you. For all the 27 years that I've been in business, our businesses have always been developed through word of mouth. Yes, every room that I'm doing a First Steps to Success in our training seminar where it's teaching business and finance and relationship, every one of those rooms, whether it be 600 or 1,200 people that are in the room for that particular seminar, I can tell you that 99.9% of them came by a personal referral. And how? We do our very best every day to give the best possible service to our clients. What if you were to take that into the marketplace today? In fact, what if you were to poll your clients and ask them how they feel about the customer contact? So I love what Jeff Bezos said. It's incredible. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the host. What if you treated your staff, your team, your customers, the prospect, just like that? You and I both know you're going to have referrals. You and I both know you're going to have a better corporate morale. The bottom line will change when you change that. You see, I don't know what it is, but especially amateurs in business, they think they can treat their customers bad and still grow a business. They think that their staff can give poor service and still have a business. If you've spent any time on this show, you've heard me talk about this little local Italian restaurant that I've only been to a few times, and here's why. The service is awful. It's awful. The guy flies in his Italian sausage from Sicily. He flies in his ricotta cheese from Sicily, his mozzarella cheese from Sicily, okay? He put all this money into these fine ingredients. He's an incredible chef, but his wait staff is the worst. They're worse. They are, I wanted to say worser. It's not correct. They are, I'm obviously trying to find the words to say that aren't bad. But they are terrible. They are worse than the kind of service you get at IHOP. Yes, it's worse than what you get at a cheap pizza place. You know what I'm talking about, right? When you walk into those places, you get the absolute worst service. You get ignored. They don't even give you eye contact. And that's exactly how this Italian restaurant was. He had terrible atmosphere. He had terrible servers. And I was driving down the street the other day, and sure enough, he's out of business. What's he saying about it? Oh, the economy's terrible? Probably something like that. Versus he never made the investment in making sure that his wait staff represented the high quality of food that he was producing from his kitchen. He thought that his product was savvy enough, sexy enough, good enough to bring customers coming back in. But I'm telling you right now, it stopped our entire family from coming. And I definitely didn't refer him business. If anything, I said, I'm never going back to that place again. Never. So, how can you improve the service at your business if you do that? If you treat everybody at your place of business as though they are a guest to your party and you are the host with the most, then friend, you will have a new problem. And that is what? Keeping up with all the business. We're taking your call right now. We're talking about business challenges that we're having, redefining success in business, solving these problems so we can all together come together and improve our personal economies as well as the overall economy, even the global economy. Because when you succeed, everybody else succeeds as well. All right, so we're going over to Chelsea from Tampa, Florida. Chelsea, welcome to the show. How can I help you with your business today?
Hi, Dani. My question is, how do you know when you should hire some form of help or an assistant?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let me take your temperature. Are you stressed out?
Sometimes, but sometimes I think that's my lack of accountability and time management.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's see. Let's look at that time management. Do you have too many things on your plate that you're trying to get done all in one day?
Sometimes, but then I also think that I get stressed out because I don't organize them properly. I use Time Secrets, but I don't know if I need to hire someone to keep me accountable with my time.
Oh, Oh.
Make sure I get it done.
Okay. Well, Chelsea, who's in charge of Chelsea?
Me.
No way. Okay.
I know that answer.
Yeah, Chelsea's in charge of Chelsea. And if Chelsea cannot manage herself, can Chelsea manage anyone else?
No.
Well, I think you've got your answer, honey. Listen, as a business owner, you have got to press yourself more than you are right now. And you have to step up your game, honey. If you plan on succeeding in business, then it's time to get serious about that business. And if you are struggling with keeping yourself accountable with tasks that need to be done in business, girlfriend, if you can't lead yourself, you're going to have a hard time leading anyone else. So it's time to step up your game. If anything that I would recommend for you is not an assistant, but I'd be recommending a coach. I'd be recommending things like, for example, we have accountability specialists for those certain level of our clients that we work with. And so if anything, you need a coach to hold you accountable, not an assistant. Because if you can't lead yourself, you're certainly not going to lead somebody else. So that would be a disaster and a lot of money. If it was the case that, oh my gosh, Dani, I'm overloaded with administrative stuff, I'm not able to really focus on sales because I'm dealing with banking, I'm dealing with taxes, I'm dealing with all this other human resource stuff, then yes, you need an assistant. But you need a coach. That if you're looking for someone to hold you accountable, find someone to hold you accountable. It's going to be a whole lot cheaper, I promise, than the stress of an employee that you're not ready for. Okay? So that would be my advice to you. It's time to step up your game, girlfriend, and get serious. The economy needs you to succeed in business. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, ma'am. Even if just like hiring someone hourly just to write like thank you cards for me.
Yeah. Yes, that could be a good thing. But then again, what are you going to do with the rest of your time? So if it's right now, you know what I mean? What are you going to do? If you're not using that time to go get sales, then you're wasting your time. You're just having somebody else do a task you don't want to do. So this is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more of the Dani Johnson Show right after this. Redefining success in business. You got to if you want to hit your bottom line.
Hey, have you done a favor for your best friend yet? Then do it now. Share this program with them. The Dani Johnson Show, helping hundreds of thousands of people just like you make life more enjoyable and rewarding. The Dani Johnson Show.
With all the changes happening in healthcare, Christians want to know, is there any option that's God-honoring, affordable, and acceptable under the law? The answer is Medishare. It's not insurance. It's a nationwide community of believers who share each other's medical bills. Unlike individual insurance plans, which are now required to cover the morning after pill, your healthcare dollars never pay for things that go against your beliefs. There's no enrollment period, so you could sign up anytime. You choose your doctors from America's largest provider network. And yes, it's affordable. Family options average around $300 a month. Medishare is healthcare Christians can believe in.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your health care. For your free information guide, call 855-90-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. Medishare, affordable biblical health care. Call 855-90-BIBLE. That's 855-90-BIBLE.
You tell yourself that life isn't that bad. You relish the small pleasures. Drive-through coffee, big screen TV, vacations bought on credit cards. But that's as good as life gets unless you take a leap of faith. This is millionaire author, radio and television show host Dani Johnson, inviting you to join me for 2 days where you will acquire the skills to make the life you crave a reality. Call now 844-200-DANI or visit firststepstosuccess.com.
Is this the way you should live your life?
Be strong, but not rude.
Be kind,
But not weak. Be bold, but not a bully. Be thoughtful,
but not lazy.
be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. To have humor, but without folly.
Get real lessons on life, finances, relationships. Get real with Dani Johnson.
Dani Johnson.
The Dani Johnson Show.
Dani Johnson Show. Dani Johnson Show.
Forget about your past failures. Forget about your current mistakes. It's time to focus on what you can do now. That's a quote given by William Durant. Who's he? He was the co-founder of General Motors as well as Frigidaire. I think he had a few things to say about success. You know, I don't know what it is about us humans, but we have this like pathetic picture of success. I don't know where we got it from, whether it was imaging through cartoons from Disney, or it was the sitcoms that we watch, or the music that we listen to, or the books that we read, that somehow we have to be perfect and never make a mistake in order to succeed. There could not be something further from the truth. Gosh, people who dwell on their mistakes and dwell on their past failures are the ones who stay in the failure. But you got to, as quickly as you possibly can, get over it. You have to. You've been given the gift to get over it, and you know it. When you were a kid, you went running through the hall. Your sister put out her foot. She tripped you because you pulled her pigtails about 10 minutes before. You fall flat on your face. You stub your little nose and your knees. You scream your brains out. You maybe went and punched her. You got back up, and you kept running. We have the gift to get over it. It actually is in us. We possess the gift of getting over it, and you must have that in order to succeed in life, in business, finance, marriage, kids, you name it. We all mess up. The difference is, do we dwell on it, or do we make, what is our next step? How do I move forward? We're talking about redefining success in business today. I'm taking your calls live right now. We're doing basically some free business coaching, if you will, right here live over the airways. I want to do what I can to help the economy succeed and do greater, do better, help you make more money, and also keep the money. Each week, man, we're bringing you money-saving tips. Each week, we're bringing you ways to pay off your debt and go on that long-awaited, awesome Bora Bora vacation that you want to go on. We are also helping you do it without sacrificing your family or your fun or your health. You need to have fun. You need to have a good family life. Even in the tragedies, there's still got to be a good foundation of love there. And even in health challenges, we want to help you move past those kinds of things. So this is Dani Johnson. We're here every single day, 6 days a week, right here on this station at this time, helping you define success for you. What is it for you? Because it's for everyone has their own definition of success. You have your own destiny. My job is to help you find what that is and help coach you along so that you can reach it. We all need somebody in our corner that is rooting for us and helping us get to where we want to go, don't we? We all do. Everybody needs an editor. That's the bottom line. So we got our phone lines jammed right now. We've got Mariah from Florida. Mariah, how can I help you with your business today?
Hey, Dan, it's Maria. Hey, going through a rebuilding year with our volleyball program. Had a competitor, had another club open up in the close to us.
Yep.
We've got some coaches that have left for different reasons. A couple of them are going to this other competitor club, and some people are going with them.
Maria, can I stop you right here because I got a question? Just something kind of hit my gut. How long have you had this business of this volleyball club?
10 years.
10 years, okay? And in 10 years, okay, how many times has this happened, that somebody else went and started their own volleyball club?
A number of times.
How many times? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5?
Not starting one, but joining some others, or some people have dropped off or not come back.
Okay.
For different reasons.
So does this happen every year?
There's different things that pop up each year, but there hasn't been something that's popped up within a few years here.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking you this question is that, business is cyclical. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when the cycle hits us, we're blindsided. We're like, oh no, what do we do? What's going on? When in all reality, it's cyclical. It's kind of like the stock market. Almost every 7 years, it kind of plummets, it falls, and we're expecting that to happen this year, right? From now until the end of, actually for the next couple of years, right? So why? Because if you just watch the stock market, it just does this, and businesses have different times of the year that is like really good and different times of the year that is not so good. And so what wise business people do is they try to prevent the best way that they can those lower times. Either that or they plan for when those lower times are going to come so they're able to be sustained. But then there are those times where you look for these patterns where things begin to fall apart, and you got to get underneath what is causing this, because you don't want to continue in the same path, meaning Sometimes, okay, well, what happens if you wear tennis shoes that are too big, 2 sizes too big?
You're going to get some blisters.
And you might trip.
Yeah, you might trip.
You're going to get some blisters and you're going to trip, right? So are you going to run your best game with shoes that are too big?
No.
You're not. And so what we look at is like, gosh, I can't figure out why I'm tripping all the time and these darn blisters are just killing me. And we keep wearing the same shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm asking you in 10 years that you've had this, look at the common things that are causing people to leave the volleyball club. What are they? What's the common denominator? Identify what the common denominator is, and you've got to make improvements in that common denominator. And that right there is going to stabilize your business better. If this was like one time in 10 years that this has happened, then I would say that's a cyclical thing. You just hit your 7-year mark. There's 7 years of feasting, sometimes preparing for 7 years of famine, right? There's times that, hey, we just had one of those years. Every company has that. But when there is a consistent thread, then you've got to discern, what am I doing that is causing this problem? And you can decide, well, I really don't care. I don't mind handling the problem of having to reset or rebuild every year, every September, if that's what it seems to be that the cycle actually is. So I would be asking those questions. And I would even go back to the coaches that you've lost. How many coaches have you lost in the last 10 years?
Oh, I'd say about 20.
That's a lot of coaches to lose.
Yeah, they're gone for different reasons, but I let them go too.
Yeah, different reasons, but there might be some common ground.
Right.
In the ones that you let go and the ones that left. But I really would be assessing that and evaluating that. It looks like you're lacking loyalty with your team, meaning you've recruited coaches and you're a coach yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There might be something in your coaching style that is causing the coaches to not want to be there, or for you to have to fire the coaches. You know what I mean? So, Maria, that'd be the thing I'd be looking at, because every time you lose a coach, what seems to happen?
People go with them.
That's right. Mm-hmm. People go with them. How's your sleep at night?
It's better now.
But do you see what I mean? That when this happens, you're losing sleep at night. The stress is increasing, which then increases stress on your players, increases the stress on the other coaches, right? You feel like you're 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And so I would really be looking at the 20 coaches, write down maybe what all of them said, of why they left, or the ones that you had to let go, and really get underneath and find what is the common thread here. Because, girlfriend, that's 2 coaches a year. You've been in business for 10 years. That's 2 coaches a year. I'd be looking at what was the common complaints that they had, what was the common dissatisfactions that they had, and what are some maybe systems that need to be put in place, some preventative measures. And I'm not talking about controls. I'm talking about relationship, building relationship, casting vision with these people. What are ways that maybe there needs to be a little bit more camaraderie between you and the coaches versus competition with the coaches? These are just ideas. I'm not in your business every single day, but these are things I'd be looking at, because 2 coaches a year on average to lose is a lot. And that you're losing players every time you lose one of them. And that's a constant rebuild. And Maria, that's exhausting. That's so exhausting. So look at what's working, look what's not, make the appropriate changes, and watch your business grow, watch your stress decrease. You can do that. That is an option. I've had to do it in business for me for years and years and years. And also there are some things in my business where I say, that's just kind of, I'm just going to accept that that's how that goes. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And then I have to change how I deal with the stress that when that thing happens like that. I have to determine, am I going to get stressed out about it? Or I go, hey, it's that time of year. It's that season. This is normal. I can't expect that during winter that the sun's going to be 95 in, Minnesota. It's not going to be 95 in Minnesota in the dead of winter. So you adjust what those expectations are, and you emotionally mature in that way. So that'd be my recommendation. And I'm happy that you're now doing better and sleeping better at night. And this too will pass, and really just get underneath it so that you don't have to deal with this next year. Or at least let's cut it down to 50%, right? What if you fix the problem 50% of the time? You know, it's 10 coaches you use. That's one coach a year that you lose instead of 2 coaches a year that you lose. All right. Moving on to the next call, next business. We've got Chloe from New York. Chloe, welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. How can I help you with your business today?
Hi. My question would be about making new contacts. I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 little ones, so I don't get out a whole lot. And so most of my business is via social media. So I just wanted to know if you had any ideas on getting my name out there, making new contacts, trying to grow my business.
Yes. Very important. By the way, I was a stay-at-home mom also, and I worked part-time, my businesses, and so I understand about having to build contacts and build clients and all that kind of stuff around the kids' schedule. I did it for years and years and years, still doing it actually, although my kids are mostly all grown. I just have 2 teenagers left in the house. It is possible, Chloe, and what I would be looking at is social media empire. I don't know how much social media training that you've had, but you can build a dynamic business and get your name out there through social media. I have all kinds of mothers that have, my daughter has 6 kids, and through social media, she's built a 6-figure income working 10 hours a week. Profound, okay? And again, she's mastering the skills of using YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest all together through using social media empire. So I would be starting there. Also, because you are home with the kids, I'd be looking at activities that you can be involved with in the community. Look at things that you and your kids can do to help serve in the community. That gets your name out there. Maybe even holding different types of classes. I don't know how long you've been a part of listening to the show, but I've got many clients that are holding Grooming the Next Generation for Success classes or War on Debt classes, teaching the community how to pay off debt and groom their kids for success. And that's gotten their name out there. They've gotten lots of clients that way. So try those things. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Think all you need to do is turn on your computer and open the doors to make money in your business? Find out from Dani Johnson there's more to it than that. Stay with us.
Is God calling you to the entertainment industry? Do you want to rise for Him? Do you want to be an actor, model, singer, or dancer and shine for God? Do you think the world needs better role models? Do you want to be a star for the Most High God? Actors, models, and talent for Christ is coming to a city near you. A new generation of Christian performers is rising. Call 800-STAR-420 or go to amtcaudition.com. God gave you talent for a reason, and that is to shine for Him. So we are searching for actors, models, singers, and dancers. Go to amtcaudition.com to find out when and where the next free audition will be held. Entertainment is the best opportunity for Christians to change the world, and the time is now. Are you ready for that call? 800-STAR-420 or go to amtcaudition.com. That's actors, models, and talent for Christ. Register for your audition today.
Radio talk show host Dani Johnson in Kadwa, Haiti.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson, and I'm here with Vida in her tiny little home. This home is the size of many people's closets in the United States of America. Now, we're sitting on a bed, just a piece of sheet or plastic that these beautiful babies sleep on. They have nothing. This family has nothing. No water, no food, nothing. Won't you do something? The Bible says that if you ignore the cry of the poor, then you too will cry and be ignored. They're not asking for nice clothes. They're asking for food. That's it. Food, water. You can help. We want to build her a home. We want to bring water, clean, fresh water here. But we can't do it alone. We need you.
Help us radically change a community. Go to kingsransom.org to make your donation to Kadwa, Haiti. That's kingsransom.org.
If you know me at all, I don't want you to spend a penny more than you have to on anything. This is one of those things. If you're a business owner and accept credit cards, you're paying too much unless you're working with my friend Kevin Sykes at Prestige Merchant Solutions. He is so confident that he can save you money, he'll actually pay you $100. Listen, if you accept credit cards, check it out. Call 850-200-0709. That's 850-200-0709. Kevin guarantees 5-star service. Guarantees he'll save you money or pay you $100. No risk. So why wait? Call today. It's quick to change from your current service, incredibly reliable, 24/7 support, and payments are processed quickly. Tell him Danny told you to call. There's nothing to lose. Call 850-200-0709 or visit them at prestigemerchantsolutions.com.
If you're a Christian who's paying too much for healthcare, you're going to love Medishare. It's a nationwide community of believers who share each other's medical bills. It's affordable. Families average around $300 a month, and it's accepted by America's largest network of health providers. Plus, the healthcare law has a special provision for Medishare members, so you're exempt from any tax penalties. But here's the best part. Medishare is based on the timeless principles found in God's Word. You never have to pay for things that go against your beliefs. Medishare is healthcare the way God meant it to be.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your healthcare. For your free information guide, call 855-90-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. Medishare, affordable biblical healthcare. Call 855-90-BIBLE. That's 855-90-BIBLE.
Is God calling you to the entertainment industry? Do you want to rise for Him? Do you want to be an actor, model, singer, or dancer and shine for God? Do you think the world needs better role models? Do you want to be a star for the Most High God? Actors, models, and talent for Christ is coming to a city near you. A new generation of Christian performers is rising. Call 800-STAR-420 or go to amtcaudition.com. God gave you talent for a reason, and that is to shine for Him. So we are searching for actors, models, singers, and dancers. Go to amtcaudition.com to find out when and where the next free audition will be held. Entertainment is the best opportunity for Christians to change the world, and the time is now. Are you ready for that call? 800-STAR-420 or go to amtcaudition.com. That's actors, models, and talent for Christ. Register for your audition today.
Helping you get a grip on your priorities and your focus. The Dani Johnson Show.
Here's Dani Johnson.
You know, life can be rather crazy, really busy, and things can be spinning out of control, and yet there you are trying to build a successful business. Small business outside of the home or one that might be in the home, and man, I'm telling you, we seem to add things to our lives, get focused on other things that hurt the bottom line. Today, we are redefining success in business, getting you back focused to helping your own personal economy with that career and business, as well as helping the overall economy by you helping to bring employment to your local area, or just the fact that you don't need employment, that you've employed yourself. So we're taking calls, manning each business problem that people are facing that are listening to the Dani Johnson Show right now. We've handled plumbers, air conditioning people, people that have clothing businesses, coaching, volleyball player type gym businesses, everything you can imagine that have been calling in seeking advice, as well as small little businesses that are work from home. Yeah, so there's been some really good advice that's come out today, and I'm excited to see what the results are from you who have been listening. I know that you can take the things that have been said and help other people with it as well. So 844-200-3264 is our number. Again, that's 844-200-3264. If you found yourself in those fall lows, you're trying to get back from the vacation mindset and get focused again, yeah, today is a good day to be listening in, because we're going to push you out of that and get you focused on the things that are important. All right, we got Joshua from Wamego, Kansas. Welcome to the show. How can I help you with your business today?
Hi, I'm Joshua from Wamego, Kansas. I'm 16. I am homeschooled, and so since I'm homeschooled, my mom and dad, my dad would like me to work, but my mom doesn't. She wants me to focus on my
Schoolwork.
homeschool. So I figured since I went to First Steps that it's no exception not to have a job still. So me and my friends went ahead and started a business on our own, and we started it basically literally in my backyard.
Nice.
And so, so took some convincing with my mom, but she was okay with it. My dad loves the idea. But since we're just starting and stuff, I want to know, I guess the good question would be, how would I be able to manage my time with doing school but being able to do this business at the same time without getting overwhelmed?
Okay, first of all, I'm so proud of you that you started your first business now at 16 years old. Number two, I am really proud of your parents for bringing you to First Steps to Success, where you learn some business, finance, and relationship skills so that you can make all of this work together. And you learn how not to go into debt, buddy, so that you will not be a part of that generation that's a slave till the day you die to credit cards and car loans and mortgages and student loans and all that stuff. So I'm excited. You've got a good head start ahead of most of us who start off in life. And by the way, it's really important, Joshua, because it sounds like Mom lost the battle. What's really important that you do is that you make your schoolwork the number one priority and bang that stuff out first thing in the morning, man. Make Mom happy first. You're going to have the blessing of a lifetime on that business, and you'll be amazed how she'll help to promote it with all kinds of excitement. She'll be the biggest cheerleader as long as you're honoring her with what the focus should be. You're 16, you got to finish school. And so get it done. And I know that if you're homeschooled, you can get it done in 4 hours. You and I both know you can. So bang that thing out. Get it done. Get it over with. Do your very best. And then noon on or 1 o'clock on, you go ahead and build that business. And so it's about segmenting time. Don't try to do schoolwork in between building your business. Do you understand? No. School hours are from 8 a.m. till noon. Have lunch for an hour. Now hit it hard starting at 1 o'clock, building that business. Make sure that you never have homework at night. Just get it all done. You know you can do that. It's not difficult. Not only that, this new business that you have, that counts as school credit, you know. Sure does, buddy.
Really?
Yes! You track those hours. Create that business plan. Go and build that thing. You track those hours. That absolutely counts as credits for your high school education. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Absolutely it does. Part, by the way, that I'd be doing, Joshua, as a project, is I would be going in and interviewing business owners in your local area and saying, hey, I'm 16, I'm a homeschool student, and as a class, I am studying business people. Is there any way that I could ask you a couple questions about how you've succeeded in business? Dude! Go do that. You're going to get an education, and while you're building your business, do what they're telling you to do. You're going to make some great money. I'm so excited for you. Joshua, I can't wait. I'm going to see you when you're a grown man, super successful with a great family. Yay!
You'll probably see me at
Creating a Dynasty in December. I can't wait. November. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more business advice right after this.
You want great advice. You want a great business. You want a better life. You should be listening to Dani Johnson.
Every day.
Every day.
All the time.
All the time.
Helping you improve your life. The Dani Johnson Show. Stay with us.
If you know me at all, I don't want you to spend a penny more than you have to on anything. This is one of those things. If you're a business owner and accept credit cards, you're paying too much unless you're working with my friend Kevin Sykes at Prestige Merchant Solutions. He is so confident that he can save you money, he'll actually pay you $100. Listen, if you accept credit cards, check it out. Call 850-200-0709. That's 850-200-0709. Kevin guarantees 5-star service. Guarantees he'll save you money or pay you $100. No risk. So why wait? Call today. It's quick to change from your current service, incredibly reliable, 24/7 support, and payments are processed quickly. Tell him Dani told you to call. There's nothing to lose. Call 850-200-0709 or visit them at prestigemerchantsolutions.com. If you love to cook, but you hate planning, you'll love emails. Emails completely removes the pressures of planning healthy and budget-friendly meals. Every week, your emails plan comes straight into your inbox with easy recipes and a shopping list. Then all the ingredients you need for yummy meals are already in the house after you go to the grocery store. And you could save an average of $1,000 this year. Emails.com makes healthy cooking inexpensive and simple. Go to emails.com and use the promo code DANNY for that exclusive discount.
Now, more of the Dani Johnson Show.
We would be so much better off, Danny, if only... You know, what's your blank right there? Our business would be so much more successful if only. I would be so much happier if only. Come on, fill in your blank. Listen, that means that you are a victim to circumstances, friend. Right here on the Dani Johnson Show, we redefine success. Your success is never determined on other people solely. Your success is determined by how you deal with those people in your life, how you deal with those circumstances in life. You can't control people. Haven't you not figured that out? Especially if you're married. Gosh, I've been in the same sleeping position with the same man for 23 and a half years. I am not going to change that guy, and he is not going to change me. Oh my goodness, have we tried through the years? Oh, Lord, have mercy. And that results in war. We can't change people. We can only change ourselves. How we manage the problems that other people have, how we manage our emotions with other people's problems, and how we manage our own emotions of our own problems. Success requires maturity, no matter which way you slice it. And those that carry maturity and wisdom do really, really well. And those of us that react like 3-year-olds and have a 3-year-old temper tantrum, we lose money, we create more problems, we're sucked into drama, and we only live a life of defeated, victimized circumstances that we just want to cover our heads and just call it a day. That is not what you're called to. You have a destiny that's calling out to you. You do. Do you realize that? You have a destiny, and that destiny includes success. You are called to succeed. And if you are not succeeding, it's simply because you are lacking a simple skill. You're lacking some understanding in an area. You're lacking the ability, and everybody can grow their own ability. You will get on the other side of this slump that you're in business right now. You will. And by the way, you know, success, how it's been sold to us is that everything's perfect, everything's wonderful all the time. Somehow it's heaven on earth. Lie. Lie. It's a lie. Life with humans means there's problems. You're like, where's the knife? No. Problems. What we can change is how we handle problems. That's it. We can mature, we can grow, we can see the purpose in the challenge, we can see the purpose in the problems, and we can have the right attitude about it and get the skill that is necessary, get the counseling, get the coaching, get the advice that we need, tap into other people's wealth of knowledge, and learn from their wealth of knowledge so that we can move ourselves ahead. We're taking calls right now. Businesses that are having challenges, we're giving advice today right here over the air on the Dani Johnson Show, where we redefine success. Today, it's about redefining success in business. We got Richard from Jacksonville, Florida. Richard, welcome to the Dani Johnson Show.
Hi, Dani. I'm calling to ask that in my business, I can talk to people. I meet no strangers.
Awesome.
Can walk up to them, and now, of course, I don't vomit on them. I've learned to form and talk with them. But it seems like there's that excitement that you know builds up or gets started, and then carrying through after that just seems to die out.
Yeah.
I begin to try and call them back or follow up. Do different things like that, even as customers or what have you, and it just the excitement just seems to kind of die out.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's very common in sales, in the sales profession. That's a very common thing, and that's actually something that can be repaired to a certain point. The important thing is that you've got to look at yourself, Richard, and see, does your excitement start to die out? Do you start to entertain doubt? Do you start to wonder if it's going to work? Do you start to wonder if the sale is not going to go all the way through? Because as soon as you start entertaining those thoughts, believe it or not, you're the one provoking that in your customer by the very way you're communicating to them. If you were to record all the way through from the very beginning of getting a brand new customer to losing the customer, and you were to record every conversation that you have with them, you would find that you begin to beg, you begin to convince. You can start hearing the worrying that's coming through your voice and that fear that has entered your mouth that says, this guy's going to cancel. He's not going to go through. So that's the thing to watch. Now, how do we get there? It's because you're putting all of your hope in a customer.
I gotcha.
When you put all your hope and all of your excitement and all of your vision into one customer, now they have control over you and they have control over your emotions. But see, it's never one customer that's going to help you build a successful business. It's thousands and thousands of customers. And when at the end of the day, you only need a certain percentage that stay with you, that are loyal, that love it, and that send referrals. All businesses have an attrition rate. All businesses have. They all have it. And that's normal. But that when we're kind of new to the business arena, we're trying to grow our entrepreneurial wings, we don't understand that, yeah, you know, is the attrition rate 90%? Is it 50%? Is it 10%? We don't know. But I do know that there is an attrition rate. And once you identify what that attrition rate is, then you just learn to tweak it to say, how can I have better customer loyalty? What can we improve to keep them around another 30 days, another 60 days, another 90 days? Nobody has 100% of their customers who last 100% of the time.
Sure.
So stop putting your hope in that one customer that you want to keep forever. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen.
Heartbroken.
I remember, man, 27 years ago, that's how I was. It's like, I found it. I got the one. No, there is never the one. It's in the thousands. And so you've got to widen your scope and say, our business is about X. What is that? Producing the best possible service that we can, creating the best possible customer experience that we can, following through with our word. And if people choose not to do business with us, that's their problem. They're simply saying, we choose not to have the best service in town. We choose not to do business with somebody that really cares about us. We choose to go back to somebody else who treats us poorly. Come on, you know what the odds are, man.
And just go next.
Exactly. Next is next. Your product, your service is not for everybody. Period. End of story. No matter who you are, where you come from, no matter how perfect you are, you're never going to have 100% attrition rate. Period. End of story. All right?
Okay.
All right, buddy. Don't let your attitude go in the toilet based on one customer.
All right.
All right. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. You're welcome. Okay, going down to here, Mariah from Michigan. Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show.
Hi, Dani. It's Maria. I'm trying to figure out how and where to market to gain more customers.
Okay. Well, where are you marketing now?
Mostly Facebook. I do a lot on my personal Facebook page, and then friends and family will share that. But then also inside of Facebook groups, like area business groups, local business groups.
Okay, that's good. So basically, you're a hermit?
Yes.
Okay, honey. With business, it's important to expand your wings and not just fish in the same pond all the time. Okay? So you have to identify several different pockets of people where you're able to get your brand out there too. So if you're looking for cheap ways, because again, there's all different types of ways to advertise. There's some people that have no budget, and then there's some people that have a medium-sized budget, and then of course those are those companies that have $1 billion budget. Obviously, that's not you, and that's not me. I'm not going to spend billions of dollars in advertising. However, what you have to identify is different types of people or segments or groups of people. The same exact thing that you did on Facebook, right? So you've marketed to Facebook groups, right? And different pages. Okay, now I want you to take that online strategy and I want you to take it offline. Now, how would you approach the market that's offline in the same exact way? What kind of groups would you target? Identify those groups. Figure out how you can get involved with those different types of groups right there in your local community. So you got to have to think outside of Facebook and social media if you want your business to grow. And then you're still going to drive that traffic to the places that are working, whether it's your website or your social media that you're having good sales on. But you can't just put all your eggs in just that one basket. You want to tap into other groups, whether that's Rotary or that's the Chamber of Commerce or that is the school, volunteering at the local school, volunteering at a woman's shelter. All of these groups bring you people that you have not met yet, and you're tapping into somebody else's efforts who already formulated a center of influence, a hub, if you will. So look at if you look at what your product is, and now you think, who needs this product? Is it women? Is it men? Who's my demographic? Who am I specifically looking for as in a customer? How do I tap? Where are they at in forms of groups of people? And start to venture out and put yourself in those places. Get out of the house, hermit. You're supposed to be talking to people. You're alive. You're a human. It's amazing to me how in this technology world that we are just not getting outside anymore. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more after this.
Good planning and organizational skills pay off in today's business world. Learn more right here on The Dani Johnson Show.
Cooking healthy, simple, and inexpensive is a key part to saving money. I know how hard it is to meal plan, and it takes a lot of time. This is why you need Emails. Emails does meal planning for you. They send you written plan every week that is easy to stick to so that you buy only what you need and you save a lot of money. Emails has a team of culinary professionals and clinical dietitians who create new plans for you with healthy and delicious recipes every week. Email plans are based on food styles like clean eating, paleo, diabetic, and slow cooker. The average Emails user saves $1,000 on groceries without using the kind of money-saving tips that I teach you. What's not to love about that? Emails.com makes healthy cooking at home simple and inexpensive. You need to get Emails in your life today. Go to emails.com using the promo code DANI, that's DANI, for a special discount. You're going to love me for this. Go to emails.com.
Radio talk show host Dani Johnson in Kadwa, Haiti.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson, and I'm here with Vida in her tiny little home. This home is the size of many people's closets in the United States of America. Now, we're sitting on a bed, just a piece of sheet or plastic that these beautiful babies sleep on. They have nothing. This family has nothing. No water, no food, nothing. Won't you do something? The Bible says that if you ignore the cry of the poor, then you too will cry and be ignored. They're not asking for nice clothes. They're asking for food. That's it. Food, water. You can help. We want to build her a home. We want to bring water, clean, fresh water here. But we can't do it alone. We need you.
Help us radically change a community. Go to kingsransom.org to make your donation to Kadwa, Haiti. That's kingsransom.org.
We're back. Here's Dani Johnson.
If you take action, all out massive action in your business, you're going to get all out massive results. But if you are lackadaisically approaching business today, I promise you, you're going to be out of business inside of 90 days. The market is too competitive for you to be lazy, slothful, or hoping that somehow business is going to fall out of the sky. Come on, the world needs you right now. There's a global economy that is thriving out there, and it needs you to be one of the contributors in that thriving. If you are a business owner, or even if you're not a business owner, that you're working for somebody else that is. We need people to step up and set the example of all-out massive action. Of course, not in the way of sacrificing your family, your health, your fun, but in a way where you are actually focused. Imagine that. Today on the Dani Johnson Show, we've been redefining success in business, challenging the most common mindsets in business, as well as the pitfalls, the obstacles, and all of those road bumps that we seem to go through, and getting back on track. You know, there's some businesses that this time of year, they have a tendency of just kind of falling into a lull, right? The leaves are falling off the tree and the sales are falling right with them. That does not have to be you. This is the time time to treat it as though it's harvest time, my friend. It's time to get focused. It's time to focus on increasing the sales. It's time to increase your imaging out there into the public and improving the service that you are giving to your customers. Because if at the end of the day, you treat every one of your customers as well as coworkers that they are a guest at your party and you are the host, you're going to have great success. By the way, that was a quote from Jeff Bezos from Amazon.com. Amazing tip for our success. And by the way, you're like, but Dani, I'm not a business owner. Imagine if you took that into your home. You treated your kids, you treated your spouse as though they were a guest. Oh, what kind of service would you produce? Come on, think about the joy that would be in that house. Everyone loves to be served. Well, Dani, I want to be served. Serve first and you'll get served later. I promise. It's how it works. We reap what we sow. So we're going to our caller here from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. We're handling and tackling business problems that people have been having today. Great content that's been coming out today. If you somehow have like just turned on the radio and you missed this whole show, you might, if you're a business person, you might want to go over to our website. You can download the app and listen to the recording of this program. Listen to it all over again. And you might want to take notes because there's some really good stuff that came out of here. All right, so we got Corrine from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Corrine, welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. How can I help your business today?
Hi, Dani. It's Corinne. I wanted to ask you, so I have 4 small children. Well, my oldest is 13, 8, 6, and 1.5. So how do you balance, with the career and trying to get that established and then still take care of the house?
Yeah. Well, that's a really good question, and you totally asked the right person because I've been building business for 27 years, and I have kids that are 27 down to 15. So I've been making babies and businesses at the same time for a very long, long time. And so there were some things I had to learn. I had to learn the hard way, actually, Corinne. And my first million I made by the time I was 23, and then I swallowed a stupid pill because I made that first million when I was part-time. I worked part-time and I stumbled on something. I adjusted my skill sets and I had a complete laser focus in just driving a business through customer service and built something that was absolutely dynamic. Then I got embezzled. And after I got embezzled, I don't know what happened to me, but I swallowed a stupid pill and somehow I thought if I work 18 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, I will fix my problems. That was the worst thing I could have ever done, Corinne.
Wow.
It was the worst thing. I was never home. I was a wicked witch with a capital. You know what? I had a horribly toxic relationship with. I hated my husband. He hated me. It was mutual. And I did not know my kids. And I had a nervous breakdown and a heart attack. That was 24 and 25. Not a way to live. So I had someone hit me over the head with a club, telling me that they didn't care how great my product was, that they would not buy a single thing from me. There was no way I could close that deal. And I looked at him and I said, "What you talking about?" He says, your life sucks. Your life stinks. You have nothing I want. You're a stress case. You could tell you and your husband hate each other. You don't know your kids. Somebody else is raising them. You have no life. Why would I want to do business with you, Dani? Did he have a camera in our house? Did he have a private investigator watching how much time I spent at my office? What's the deal? It sure seemed like it, but he was right on. And I started bawling. I said, "What do you recommend?" And he says, "You need to hire somebody to teach you how to manage your time." And I did. The very next week, I learned time secrets. I learned the secrets that are embedded in time. I cut my hours down to 20 hours a week, Corinne. 20 hours a week. I became the mother and the wife of the household, the cook, everything. And my business tripled. I tripled my income by cutting my hours way back. So here is success redefined. More hours does not necessarily mean more success in most cases. What happens when we put in more hours and our business becomes a higher priority than our God, than our spouse, and then our kids, than our home duties? That is when our life has spun completely out of control. And we are frustrated, we're easily angered, maybe even enraged. We entertain depression and suicidal thoughts. We're on a self-destructive path. Our health is coming to a crashing disaster. And so when I cut my hours back, it took faith to do that. I had to trust. And I got to tell you, I don't know what your faith is, but I heard this message in my spirit say this: if you can be trusted with Hans and the kids in the home, then I will multiply your efforts. That same voice was my Savior, and I did exactly what he said. And guess what happened? He multiplied my efforts. I have not worked more than 20 hours a week since that time. It's been 19 years come this January. 19 years. I was hurting financially when I started it. No longer hurting financially today. So you have to get your priorities straight. First, in my book, is God. Second, my husband. Third, the kids. My home responsibilities. I isolate the time that I can work my business, and I stick to that schedule, and I focus that. Time Secrets shows you exactly how to work with those very little hours it is that you have, and to be all there with the kids when you're with the kids, be all there with your husband when you're there with the husband, all there in your spiritual life when you're supposed to have that time with your spiritual life. Make sure that you're not multitasking in your head while you are having intimate time with your husband, thinking about business and making phone calls and closing deals. But that you are all 100% present and focused at the task that is in front of you. Now you become efficient, effective, and now your results will skyrocket. Hopefully that helped you today, Corinne. Thanks so much for listening. This is Dani Johnson. Thanks so much for joining us today. We defined success in a way today that can help it to be long-lasting, wouldn't you say? Join me tomorrow for another day, another topic. Maybe we'll talk about money, we'll talk about friends, family, whatever. We're going to help to improve your life by redefining success. God bless.
We want to thank you for listening to The Dani Johnson Show. We hope you found inspiration, answers, and hope to renew your happiness in life and learned how to make the most of today and tomorrow. Join us again on the next Dani Johnson Show.
If you know me at all, I don't want you to spend a penny more than you have to on anything. This is one of those things. If you're a business owner and accept credit cards, you're paying too much unless you're working with my friend Kevin Sykes at Prestige Merchant Solutions. He is so confident that he can save you money, he'll actually pay you $100. Listen, if you accept credit cards, check it out. Call 850-200-0709. That's 850-200-0709. Kevin guarantees 5-star service. Guarantees he'll save you money or pay you $100. No risk, so why wait? Call today. It's quick to change from your current service, incredibly reliable, 24/7 support, and payments are processed quickly. Tell him Dani told you to call. There's nothing to lose. Call 850-200-0709 or visit them at prestigemerchantsolutions.com. You tell yourself that life isn't that bad. You relish the small pleasures. Drive-through coffee, big screen TV, vacations bought on credit cards. But that's as good as life gets unless you take a leap of faith. This is millionaire author, radio and television show host Dani Johnson, inviting you to join me for 2 days where you will acquire the skills to make the life you crave a reality. Call now 844-200-DANI or visit firststepstosuccess.com.